Well, I will say good evening in case anybody is listening. Um, I'm sorry, this is a very last minute and impromptu live, but we'll see how far we get. So, I thought I would come on and chat to people, see what what sort of Christmas you've been having. I'm gonna have to give a little a disclaimer, shall we say, stroke warning, because we have the porklet here tonight. So because she's going to be in the same room, can I just ask that, although you know that my channel is an adult channel and that the content tends to be adult content, that just if you can maybe please try and keep the P's and Q's. And we've got the dog arsing around here now, just so that I don't want please, no effing and jeffing, no topics of an unsavoury or otherwise nature. So, hi, Kathy.
Hey,
How are you, chicken? You all right? Have you had a nice Christmas? Let's see who else is going to come in. Well, they will do. There's a couple of little announcements I want to make as well. But I haven't really got any content as such. I just thought, you know what, I'll come live, I'll see how everybody's doing. If anybody's sat at home and they're feeling a bit bored, they can come and have a little bit of a chat. Porklet was hiya, Janet. Hello, darling. How are you? Yeah, everything good here, thanks, Kathy. My pneumonia is kind of gone. Although the other night I was screeching for breath, but I kind of had exerted myself a little bit too much. It's been nice and quiet for you, has it? Well, we only started ours on Boxing Day because Le Porklet came. Did you not?
I did.
And would you like to say hello to everybody?
Aloha, bonjour, hola, mi amor.
There we go. That's the Porklet. How was yours, Janet? Have you had a good time? Yeah, so Porky and I went out on Christmas Eve, went downtown. So he had a good old sing-along. We went to Hogarth's in town, but we call it Hogwarts. Was yours quiet as well, Janet? Yeah, we've just been out for dinner. Went into town because I just said I'm going on strike today. I've done 2 days, 3 days if you count Christmas Day, because I went to my aunt's and we were cooking dinner there. Then I cooked us a proper turkey dinner on Boxing Day because that was our Christmas Day. Then yesterday we had roast beef dinner. So I just said, that's it, I'm not cooking. I want a day off. So I took us all out and we went for dinner in town, which was quite nice. So yeah, I just thought, well, I'll come on, I'll see how everybody's getting on. I'll do a couple of little announcements. Haven't got any content as such, but we'll see. There's always something. I know Little Porklet was on about maybe we might do I don't know, maybe a ghost story or something. Yeah. See how everybody's feeling. Oh, you've got two hellos there. So as far as announcements go, I just want to do the first one is that as of now, I don't want to be mentioning all this going on with the drama channels, and we know whose drama channel we're talking about. All of that crap. I'm not interested anymore. I'm not having it steering what my channel is all about. So this is the last time. So if you're sitting there recording this live, feel free, but you may as well stop recording in about 3 minutes because you won't be getting a mention after that. I am annoyed at myself because I let myself get kind of taken up by that particular drama channel because they chose my mum's birthday of all days after I made an upload for her. I was really upset. I have one day a year where I try and just devote that to my mum, and they decided to ruin that for me. And unfortunately, I let my temper get the better of me. So I've taken that content down, not because I'm bothered about anybody seeing it. It's not been deleted, it's just been privated. It's all there if anybody wants it. I knew they recorded it all anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I've taken it down because as of today, my content on this channel is going to be what it was set up to be. I'm talking about the paranormal, we're talking about aliens, we're talking about history, dogmen, you know, anything like that, and so on and so forth. So zero drama. If you want to bring your drama in here, you're going to get blocked. And I just hope, you know, you're all mods anyway, so if anybody comes in trying to stir the pot, just give them the boot, will you? Thank you. And I just want to apologise to everybody for having that week of me being a right crabby arse and just posting stupid videos. I just really was angry. It takes a lot to fire me up like that, but yeah, that's how I earned the nickname Semtex, and we'll just leave that one there, shall we? So yeah. Anyway, I want to know what everybody got for Christmas. So Kathy, Janet, oh no, Janet, you know what? I literally, I just couldn't be asked. I've not been asked. I mean, I know before, you know, because I couldn't breathe anyway, because I got the COVID. Then I've been fighting off the pneumonia and trying to breathe and what have you. I'm still not 100% right, but I would say I'm probably about 70% on the road to recovery now. I have got an inhaler because I've done a fair bit of damage to my lungs, but hopefully that will rectify itself in time. But yeah, I think it was just all of that drama, Janet, it got to me, and that's why I've just not been asked. I haven't been on. I've not been commenting on anything. And I commented, I think it was today, on Roberta put a video up about, you know, a beautiful little puppy who's not so little anymore. And I commented on that. That's kind of been it, really. So yeah, I just thought I can't, just for my own well-being as well, really, because yeah. Oh, your husband bought you some lovely, lots of gold. Do you know what, Kathy? Gold is something I can't wear. It doesn't suit me, but I'm allergic to it anyway, unless it's a high carat, because I've got nickel allergies. Lots of gold, flipping heck. That you're a bit on the ruined side. How about you, Janet? What's your what did you get? Practical stuff. Yeah, but I got practical stuff as well, mostly. But it was things that I really wanted. You know, I needed and Porky, bless him, he's got me some really warm socks. And hi, Fern. Hello, love. How are you? Happy Christmas. He got me some socks from Norway and a hat from Norway, and that's got the Norwegian flag on. Bedding, a watch, and lotions and potions. Lovely. And I got, I wanted some walking shoes, but because of me belly dancing, I've knackered my Achilles tendon on my right, you know, my right foot. It's bowed, so I can't wear walking boots, you know, that have got the high ankle supports on them because it cripples me. So I needed some that were like trainer style. So he's got me some of those, these Caramore ones. What else did I
get? Were they slippers or something from that? Or were they your socks?
My socks, my Norwegian socks.
That necklace.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Because as I've just said, I can't wear gold. A beautiful, very delicate silver necklace with little diamonds in it. Although it's absolutely beautiful. Wasn't expected. Far too girly for me, so I'll have to be very careful when I wear that. And a book. Do any of you follow it's Cupcake Gemma on here? I'll just wait while you have a look. How about you, Fern? What did you get? Right. Well, if any of you ladies or gents, if there's any gents listening, like baking, there's a channel on here called Cupcake Gemma. Now, Gemma runs a bakery in London. I forget which area. It might be Soho, actually. But anyway, they run a bakery and it's called Crumbs and Doilies. So when they come on the channel on here, I'll tell you what, do us a favour, Porklet. Could you have a look and see if you can find the link for Crumbs and Doilies?
The link or the channel?
The link. Not for Crumbs and Doilies, for Cupcake Gemma. Because you can post it, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'll hop on your live and I'll put it on.
Thank you, love. Yes, so they've made the very first cookbook. And when they released this about a month ago, I'd said to him straight away, oh my God, I want that book. I want that book. Because they do the best cakes ever. I've never seen anything like it. So we'll get with the link and post it. But it's a channel that I really recommend. I think it was, I'm trying to think who it was. It might have been Frida, actually, Frida Baxter.
Cupcake Gemma, did you say?
Yeah, Cupcake Gemma. Oh, so your uncle died last year. Your sons took a photo of the view and a stone from his garden. Priceless. Oh, look at your dad saying, stop abusing your child. What am I using her as slave labour? Yeah. No, she's not my slave. She's my little assistant. She's my sidekick tonight. Yeah, I'm thinking actually, if he doesn't mind, what I may do is post up later on my channel some of his very professional warblings from Saturday night. Although he sang a fantastic rendition of Mustang Sally that got ruined because somebody else, not me, was trying to help him with the backing vocals, and it detracted from it slightly. But yeah, so Janet, he sings it so well. He really does. So that's why I want to post it. Frida and everybody, they've heard him singing. I've got videos as well, although I'll not be posting those, provided he pays me enough, because he's dancing on one of them. Yeah, the other one he sings really well as well, Janet. Oh God, what was the Billy Idol one you sang? Oh God, I can't remember the name of the flipping song now. But he sang that one brilliantly as well. He sings everything really well, but yeah, Mustang Sally is a classic. You do not succumb to blackmail. All right, I'll just post him then. And he did really well as well, as did the Porklet. You got some good presents, didn't you?
Yeah.
She's got a, what's it called? Electric drum kit. So that's all set up in the conservatory now. So she's been bashing away at that. No, we haven't got snow at the moment. Oh God, you've got snow, Fern? I know that. Yeah, it's been raining here, Janet. Although it seems to have eased up a little bit. We're probably about 40? No, probably more than that, aren't we? 50, 60 miles north of you. I think Fern's in Manchester.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's been really windy here today. I mean, not that long ago, we were playing game. We got in from having dinner, and then we were playing Game of Life, and the dog started huffing. So Porky's going, "What are you bloody barking at?" I'd heard somebody's bin blowing down the street, so I knew that the wind had picked up a little bit.
Cooper, you've chosen the worst place to put your head.
So let me just go back here and check.
Sorry.
Oh, hang on a minute. I'm going to pin this if I can. I'm going to put that up on my screen if it'll go. Yeah, that's the link. If anybody's interested, Cupcake Gemma, it's a really, really good channel. They have so much fun making all these cakes, and they're very simple recipes as well, but they're so good. So when I opened that present, I kind of turned it round to little Porklet and I went, guess what we're doing in the new year? So I think we're going to work our way through that book, aren't we? We'll do lots of baking and making.
Unless there's mango in it.
I won't be making anything with mango either. I can't bake, never turns out, but I like eating cakes. Janet, even somebody who can't bake would be able to follow these. I might even do it. We could do a tutorial, couldn't we?
We could.
We could, yeah, we could do that. Video one of us making something out of this book. See how that turns out. We were just watching videos just before we came online. I was showing a Ravaniemi up in well, it's Finnish Lapland, so it's the Santa Claus village, which is lovely. Because I was saying we want to oh gosh, so we can just hear a siren. There's something going on in town actually, wasn't there, when we were down? It's like 4 fire engines went whizzing past us while we were eating dinner. So I don't know what's been going on down there. Didn't hear anything after that though. Yes, so I'd been showing her Ravaniemi, which is the Santa Claus village, and it's like a Santa Claus holiday village. So you stay at the hotel, and there's like an elf bar, and the Santa Claus's post office. And hi YouTube lady, happy Christmas, even though we're a couple of days later. And so you can go and you can have like, you know, a 1, 2, 3, 4 day stay, what have you. And if you go on the 4-day one, they do these different safaris. So you'll have one day you do a reindeer safari. So you're on a sled being pulled by reindeer. Then you do a husky safari. Hi, Emerald Kimmy, happy Christmas. You do one that, you know, on a husky sled like they do in Alaska. So I think you've got about 8. Do you count how many huskies? Or about 8, were there?
About 8, yeah.
Yeah, about 8 huskies pulling you on a sled. And then you can do a safari on the snowmobiles. So you look like you were all up for it, didn't you? Yeah. So yeah, Porklet's all up for it. I'm up for it. So I said, right, you know what? That's it. I'm going to start saving, because you can go for like 3 days. And if you work it out, it would be while she was on holiday from school, and fit it over a weekend so that.
Well, when I'll be in my new school by then.
Oh yeah,
so
she's moving.
The 20th in that new school.
Yeah, we can work it out. We can work it out before Christmas. Still 4 days before Christmas.
Yeah.
Hi, Wicken. Hello, my darling friend. How are you feeling? Oh, poor Wicken has succumbed. She's got the COVID. I got a message off her yesterday saying she was in bed and poorly and ostracised by the whole family. Oh, you're feeling oh, May, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. Having had it, I know how bloody awful it is. Locked away in your bedroom. Yeah, I was like that though. I just stayed upstairs for, I think I had it 9 days. But I would not want that again. So yeah, so we're basically thinking, yeah, sleeping it off. Do you know that's all I did, Fern? I just stayed in bed. And I'm sure he never said anything, but I'm sure I was thinking Porky's going to think I'm being a right lazy cow. But it was like someone had given me sleeping tablets, and I was weak as a kitten, and I'm not used to feeling like that. May fall asleep, so if I do, I'm so sorry. It's all right. I'll just take it personally. Don't worry, mate.
You're so salty.
You are?
You're so salty.
I don't know if you all heard that or not. She says I'm very salty. But no, you do you. It's absolutely fine. Yes, do you know what, Finn? That's what I was doing, popping the paracetamol. And keep your fluids up as well. Drink lots. I was drinking loads of water. And I'll tell you, the other thing I got as well was the sugar-free Lucozade. It's a pink one. I think it's supposed to be pink lemonade or something. That saved my life, that did, because I couldn't face eating. Hi, Lady Witch. Happy Christmas. Hope you've had it. Oh God, y'all. We'll do the proper. Yeah, that's right. Fern, water, water, water. So for those who've just come in, because we've had Fern and Kathy and Janet have all shared. What did you get for Christmas? Or if you don't want to say everything, what's been your favourite gift? Fern got Lush things. I love Lush though. Love their stuff. No, I didn't actually this year yet. But I'm seeing two of my friends. Sorry, I'm seeing three of. Oh God, no, it's increasing. There's going to be 5 of my friends. We're going for a meal on the 21st of January because there's 3 of the birthdays all around the same time. So we're going to do present exchange then. So I might have got some Lush things. Janet got practical things, which are all fine as well, bedding and so on. And Kathy got gold. Portlet got tons of, well, she got tons. Oh, YouTube lady, been like that, feeling shite since last Thursday, been in the pits since not opened any presents. Oh no. Oh, I am sorry, YouTube lady. Have you had the COVID as well? Thumb drive for files I want out of my face. Feels strange being ill. I know. I've missed a few now, but while more people have come in, I'm just going to reiterate again. I did say at the start of the live, because it wasn't planned, that I just wanted to. Oh, hang on, my favourite is a new Medusa statue, but that's closely followed by a huge box of scented body wash lotion spray. Oh, nice. Any particular make, Lady Witch? Not that it matters, it's just wondering, sometimes people like a certain make. Okay, go grab one now, girl. Come on, I can't whine all night. Yeah, no, go and get a present. Let's open a present with YouTube lady. So yeah, just while I'm going off track, I just want to say I needed to apologise to everybody for my little meltdown where I was posting all sorts of shite. Because I was very angry at a certain drama channel. I allowed my temper to get the better of me. So that will not be happening again. It was because, for those of you that didn't know, it was my mum's birthday. And I know that they did what they did to get maximum effect, which basically they succeeded. So I said, as of now, there's no mention of that channel or those people associated with it. I took down the videos that I made, not because I'm hiding anything, because everything was recorded anyway. It was just that I'm not having my channel dictated to by drama. That's not what my channel's about. So I'm back to my paranormal, She's very sorry and it won't happen again. So does that mean you just won't apologise anymore? Eh? No, there's some people weren't in when I said it before. So that's why I'm saying, if anyone's wondering whether some content's gone off my channel, that's why. My channel is paranormal, it's history, it's the aliens, it's general chit chat. So there we go. So that's for those people who have just come in. Wiccan, the downstairs, your legs feel like jelly. Oh, that's awful, that YouTube lady. Get a present and enjoy it. Yeah, I think so too. Damn, I hoped you'd stop apologising at home for Does that make sense to you? I hoped you'd stop apologising at home for apologising.
Because you go, oh, sorry, and then it'll be like, right, okay, and you'll go, sorry.
Oh, do I? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Okay, right. Well, there's no more apologies being made anywhere. So, how about Wiccan? What was your best present? Keme said, if you and the horse you rode said, Oh yeah, fuck you and the horse you rode in on, but decided to remain a class act in the end. Yeah. I think it was a bit worse than that though, wasn't it? The whole fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
You're disgusting.
Anyway, so that's it. Yeah. We're back to normal, but tonight there's no content. It was just a hello. I've not felt like being online. But I think a couple of times in the last week I'd said I'd go live and then I didn't. And then Porky was like, I thought you were going live. I was waiting for it. And I'm like, no. But tonight we did. So me and the little one are sitting on the sofa.
Even though I'm taller than you, but okay.
Even though she's taller than me, but okay, in case anyone heard that. She's also very cheeky.
I am not cheeky. I'm just honest.
Oh, there you go. Another higher.
Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo
Back to
estás?
humour feud and feud. I've got it on the
Whoa.
humour, food and smut. Absolutely, Lady Witch.
Trifle.
I'm just well trained. You know it. How are the kitty cats doing, Lady Witch? Oh, and if you want to drop your link, please do. For anybody who's wondering what the link is on the screen, that's a channel on here. And it's the Ladies Cupcake Gemma, as you can see there. I'd rather fuck the horse you rode in on than fuck you.
Whoa, guys, let's keep it PG-13. There is a child in the premises.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I should have read that one out loud.
This is not 50 Shades of YouTube Live.
So the Cupcake Gemma there, I've got her book. They've just released it. And as I was telling the guys who were in earlier, they have a shop in London and it's called Crumbs and Doilies. So this book, the Crumbs and Doilies cake book, basically, it's like the Bible of cake making, and they've got some amazing recipes. So I'll thoroughly recommend it. Yes, she has done. She just read your message, Lady Witch, and her hands went over her ears. They didn't stay there, but you know, she did it initially. She doesn't do what I tell her to. But as she said, she's about 5 inches taller than me.
Yes.
13 towers over me, and they both slap me on the top of the head. They pat me. I just don't. Ah! There you go. So, what would anybody like to discuss? If you've got a topic you would like us to talk about, we can do. Or if you just want general chitty chat, we can talk about food. We can talk about maybe not so much the smut. Oh, incidentally, in my head, I think you were really tall, Kiss, tall and willowy. No,
You wish.
Yeah, that she's tall and willowy. I think Porklet is going to be very much like my mum was. You couldn't tell from the photos I've posted in the past of my mum, but she was no, Fern, I'm absolutely not. See, careful, those little short ones can take you out at the knees. You've been warned. My mum was just nudging on 5'11". Very tall, very slim. My dad is a tall one. My granddad, aunties, uncles, both my brothers are well over 6 foot tall. You know, the big old Vikings. My sister is 5'8". And I got the rogue leprechaun gene from my grandma.
She's 4'2".
No, I'm not. I'm 5 foot. I'm 5'2". So yeah. So thank you for thinking that I was tall and willowy, Fern, but unfortunately I'm not. I'm short. Short. No, I'm not stubby. I'm just listen, they don't make diamonds as big as bricks, okay? Yeah, absolutely, Wickermoon. Oh, do you know, I've just remembered something. Oh, am I taller than you, Fern? How tall are you? Oh, this is brilliant.
This is great for me.
Because I know I'm taller than Green Eyes. I think I'm the same as you, aren't I, Wiccan? I'm taller than Green Eyes. I'm taller than Raven. I'm now taller than Fern as well. Yeehaw! I know there's quite a few of us at 5'2". Lady Witch is a tall and willowy thing. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Then you are taller than me. Yeah, I'm quite glad now. I'm not the only midget in 5'7". Oh, Kathy's 5'5". Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't fling your arm up like that because he'll start. Stop it. That's the dog. We're just trying to tell him not to. Well, you're definitely not stumpy. Never mind, you're definitely not willowy. Gosh, 5'6". See? I don't feel so bad now, Fern. But you see, I give off the impression that I'm taller than I am because I've got big hair. So the
And you do wear high heels that people decide to throw over fences.
Portlet is about 5'8". I was glad he added the end to it. Yeah, she's about 5'8" at the moment, and she's 13. So I know, Fern, everybody's a giant, but I always said small things, best things come in small packages. Granny would say she stuck to the ground, that one, for being short. Do you know what my nan used to say? She got duck's disease, this one. And I thought I had some, like, gave you a few seconds of confusion. You certainly did. Even your daughter went till you added the 8. My nan used to say I had duck's disease, and I actually thought I had an ailment for years. And then when I was older, she was saying, "Oh, your ass is too close to the floor." I can remind you that poison comes in small packages too. Yeah, sometimes. Your father's being a bit mean.
My father's always a tad mean.
He is. Techno notice. Has anybody seen Green Eyes? How's she doing? I know she was having a seafood Christmas dinner, wasn't she, in Australia?
Australia?
You should read the warning sign. Yes, yeah, Wickham Mooney should do. Oh, I don't know, Fern. I don't know. I didn't know she was off the fags. The thing is, though, have you seen the prices of them in Australia? I didn't realise till she was telling us how much a pack of 20 costs over there. I nearly died.
It's okay, you'll get well soon.
I will, thank you. So what else has been happening? Any goss? She'll be waking up any time now. Hubby's home, so she's probably busy. Oh yeah, I know that kind of busy, Lady Witch. Say no more. We've got a youngster here. Miss Bam's Live. Last 2 bids had visitors. Yeah, I used to roll my own, Fern. When I met Porky, I was smoking, and I was smoking roll-ups, but I used to do a little thin one, prison fags to make it last. So yeah, I do like the prison fags, and then or squaddy fags, because it was my dad teaching me how to roll cigarettes, and I was used to rolling them for my brothers. So when I met Porky, because he wasn't smoking, but obviously I was, and then every so often he'd have a little sneaky drag on one, and then I just felt really guilty because I thought he's not a smoker. And I'm yeah, well, not with a long with a long roach. Walton specials, that's it, Kathy. Yeah, so that's why I packed in, but I'll have been packed in a whole year on New Year's Eve. That's my year done with no cigs. Yay! Yay! So, and that was for him. So I didn't feel, because I did used to enjoy having a fag, and I still, I was out having. Thank you, Janet. And Fern has been struggling with the packing in. Are you on the 2-month mark now, Fern? Because you see, it really dragged for me. Tried vape, but did it? What, ulcers in your mouth or stomach ulcers, Janet? I'm still vaping, but I don't really use it that often. Quite a few times I've gone out and I've left it at home and forgotten about it, and I've not kind of gone into a meltdown or anything. So thanks, Kathy, love. Thank you. What? Never stop doing something for someone else, only ever stop for yourself. Yeah, well, it was for me as well, but I just felt really mean because you weren't a smoker and I was smoking around you, and I just thought, no, it's not fair, this. So I was going to say, I'll reiterate, he never ever once said to me, don't smoke. Never got on at me for doing it ever. Like some ex-smokers would have done, he didn't, but I just felt really mean, and it was the impotence I needed. Impetus. It was the impotence I needed, because it's one of those, where you've been thinking about for a while. I've been thinking, I don't want to smoke anymore, but I needed that kick up the backside, so that was the kick up the backside. So
I couldn't give you that.
No, you couldn't.
Well, yeah, because your backside's too low down.
Oh. Congratulations to the quitters, and keep going for the ones still working on it. It's not an easy task. It's not, Lady Witch, not at all. And like he said there, he's stopping the vape next week. He's set himself that target of stopping the vape. I'll probably not be vaping for that much longer. It's me crutch, really.
Hand to mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Pork chop, she's telling your secrets, impotence. It was a slip of the tongue. I meant to say impetus. Avoid rehab. That one really is for quitters. Yeah. I don't think, though, that this the vape was doing my lungs much good. After the COVID, and yeah, when I was struggling to breathe. So yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably, like I said, I'll go out for a walk sometimes. I don't have it with me, and I don't panic like I would have done if it was fags, So I'll probably just keep it around just for my crutch, shall we say. From what I've researched, the vaping is as bad as smoking a regular ciggy. Is it? Now, I've got zero nicotine. I've had no nicotine for about 6 months now. So it is literally just the vape. It's that habit thing again of, yeah. And Porky's down onto zero nicotine. Since pneumonia today, I hit my first walk at 3 miles. Wow, well done, Fern. I'm going to put that up because that's an achievement in itself. I'm kind of back more, I was going to say back to normal quicker, possibly because I was still pure vegetable. What's that? Pure vegetable glycerol now. Is that what this is made of that we're puffing away on?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Walking clears the mind and soothes the soul. Yeah, I like walking. I mean, first thing in the morning, and I'll go on. Oh, there you go, Fern. Porky's saying, well done, keep it up. I like going in the morning round the park and there's nobody there. Puff on vegetables, part of your 5 a day. Yay! And I believe I'm a bit of a vegetable, so I'm one of your 5 a day as well. So that's 2 out of 5. You sorted. Yeah, so if I walk around Stanley Park, that's really nice. There has been what was it, bird flu here.
Yeah.
So they had taped off the lake. We weren't able to walk around it. Well, the bird flu must have been eradicated, or I don't know, they've cured the birds that had it, whatever. The tapes come down now, so we can actually, we can walk around the lake.
I like that, those steps.
Oh, if you want to come in the morning, come with me. because it's really nice. There's just nobody around. It's lovely and peaceful, and all that. There's tons of swans. Means to get from A to B not enjoyable. Well, do you know what, Kathy? I'll tell you a funny tale, because that reminds me of somebody. I'm talking years ago, years and years ago, and this lad had asked me out. Just met him on a night out, and he'd asked could he take me out, and asked me for my number, and I gave it to him. Anyway, he came to call on me. It was on a Sunday, and he came to call, and he was saying, should we do something? I said, well, it was a gorgeous day. I said, why don't we take my dog at the time? Why don't we take my dog out for a walk? And he went, where to? So I'm trying to tell him, I'm going, if we go out the backs here, we go over the fields. And he went, yeah, but where to? I said, what do you mean, where to? He said, well, where are we going to? I said, we're not, we're just walking around the fields. He went, so we're not going to a pub? I'm like, no, we can if you want, but no. So what's across the fields? I said, well, nothing. And he couldn't understand that people would just go for a walk and walk around a park or around a field or through a forest without needing to go to a pub or a bar or a restaurant or a chippy or you know what I mean? It was really weird. So yeah, that was you're the only other person I've ever heard say that. It's just a means from getting from A to B. Well, Fern, I've put some weight on. I put a fair bit of timber on. So I have got, starting next week, I've got a personal trainer.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. This is news to the Porklet. Go on.
When was I going to be informed of this?
Did you need to be?
Well, no, but I I've been getting updates.
Need to know. It's a male, Janet. It is a guy who works with, he's at the fire station. He works with, my friend's husband is the Stavros from the kebab shop. Stavros Flatley's gonna have me doing Greek dancing on the park. Was his name Dale? I dated, oh God, Lady Witch, my ex is called Dale. Don't say that, Jesus. Dated a guy like that.
Could you imagine that? Well, he's just not Gerard Butler. You've got an history with him as well.
Oh, everybody in this channel knows.
Gerard, it's us. We're just going to take the dog down for the beat, but we'll be back later. Gerard!
As you can all tell, Porklet knows the Gerard Butler story and finds it very funny.
If I ever meet Gerard Butler, I'm bringing that up.
Yes, so my friend's husband is the boss of the fire station, and this guy is one of the fire bobbies there. He's an ex, oh God, I can't remember if he was, it was either a Royal Marine or a para. I can't remember. They did tell me and I've forgotten. But he does this as a lot of fire men and women do. They have to take second and third jobs because they just don't pay him very much. His thing is personal training. So it's going to cost £25 the hour. My friend Kate was saying, she said, you do realise he's not going to let you get off light. You're going to get absolutely beasted, don't you? I'm like, no, because I was telling him my knee's knackered, my back's knackered, my lungs are knackered, from this COVID. So I said, I need to just know what to do to get myself back in shape enough to hit the gym confidently without doing myself any injuries.
Get one of those link things. Have you seen them on TikTok?
No.
You get plastic links and then you put them around, and all you have to do is do that, and the weight spins around, and you lose links so you can see how much.
I've seen those. So yes. So what we're going to be doing is personal training on the park.
Oh dear. Oh.
What?
Oh, personal training on the park.
Yeah. So we'll be utilising what's on the park. So doing step, but using the steps around the bandstand, or doing exercises with kettle, the kettle weights and things. we've seen people doing it in a yeah, so I'll be doing that. In fact, he's one of those people we've seen doing it. He was saying, "Oh yeah, I've got clients and we go on the park." Right, she's looking like she's going to be totally embarrassed of me now. But that's what I'm going to have to do because I just it was when we were going out and public beasted. Now I'm not getting beasted, no chance. I've said I need to do things. I'm not. I'm wanting I'm wanting a personal trainer, so I don't go too hard at it. So, would you get a ticket? You don't get a ticket. He just wants to watch me laugh at me, doesn't he? Can see the TikTok now, Kish using one of those weighted hula hoops. I might do. I could do that and then do me dancing as well. Do me shuffling.
You're shuffling.
What's that? Qigong is good. What's that, Kathy? I don't know what that is. But I need somebody who's going to yell at me because I used to do. Has anyone ever done Insanity? I don't know if any of you have ever seen it. I will pay £25 an hour just to watch your little head turning purple. You're just sick. Why would you, Cooper? No, Cooper. No. Hang on a sec. No. Stop. No, Fern. I used to do Insanity all the time, up to COVID. So up to I think I was probably about November 2019. I used to do Insanity all the time, but then obviously my knee's knackered. I need surgery on my knee again. It's battered after horse riding injuries. And I put my back out in February of last year. So that took from February to the beginning of July to sort itself out. So this is what I was explaining to this John guy. And I said, I can't, I used to do Insanity, T25, all that type of thing. But I said, I've got to be really careful now. So I don't want to just go ploughing into it. What I want him to do is help me get my fitness levels up and teach me some exercises that I can do, like lower impact on my joints. So things like squats, I can't do. I can sumo squat, but I can't do the normal low squatting. You kind of keep your back straight and you go down, you hold like a weight and you bring it up as you squat with your legs kind of out, you go down. Yeah. That's a sumo squat. I can do those because of the angle of my knee, but normal squats where people go right to the floor, I can't do it because this knee will it'll pop. So so that's me for the new year, because I've set myself a target because Porky and my birthdays, as you all know, are a day apart at the end of March. So my target is to be at my goal weight and dress size by then. So I've got 3 months to do it, and I will. But yeah, so that's my New Year thing.
Well, I know this one guy on TikTok. He wanted to do
You can talk up so people can hear you.
The hula hoop thing.
Yeah.
Because I think he had like 51 days to do it, because he wanted to do it up until New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And he's on day 43, and he's lost 5 of the links off the hoop, and he's lost nearly 3 stone.
Wow.
In 43 days.
Wow. That's really good. Oh, I might have to get one of them then.
And he lost the first link in the first day in the second day of doing it.
Wow.
And all you have to do is like step back and forth whilst spinning this thing. So
no, I'm keeping it top secret, Fern. I'll tell you when I've done it. Let's just say I'm not happy with myself. I feel like a big fat bastard because all my tiny clothes won't fit me anymore. So and I'll be saying that having just gone out for dinner, but I'm enjoying my life up to up to New Year's Eve, and then as of the 1st of January, I'm going to be miserable and starving. No, I'm just going to go back on, do paleo and paleo or keto. I've not decided yet. I might try paleo this time.
Yeah.
I'm just eating meat.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, just cutting out carbs. It's the only diets that work for me
That's
are
like
carbs.
pasta and bread and
Yeah,
stuff.
no pasta, no bread, no potatoes,
Oh, right.
rice, things like that. None of it. You tried one of those, what's that, Kathy? A vibration plate? I don't know what that is. But yeah, so just while we wait for Kathy to come back. So basically that's what I've decided to do. That's the only reason. I'm not trying to be a posh ass or trying to go, oh, look at me, I have a personal trainer. But the way I looked at it was, this guy knows what he's doing. Is going to help me with, because there are certain muscle groups that I really need to develop. I need to try and strengthen the quads, just because of my knees. Years of horse riding, it's just fucked them up. And also to try and strengthen my lower back. I mean, I've got a pretty decent core, but that's why I want him. What are you laughing at?
They do it.
Understand, after surgery at the beginning of the year, I
No,
just fell apart. Been
the
getting back
second
to it,
one.
really need focus. Oh, I know, it's awful, isn't it, Lady Witch? You're just eating everything at the moment. Fern, me too, love. Me too. Need a vibration plate that vibrates food. Yeah, I think we all need that, Lady Witch. Standard, it vibrates your whole body, but you don't like it. Well, this is why I've done this, because I thought, if I just go out and I buy a gym membership, I'm probably going to go. I'm going to think that I'm still at the same fitness level I was this time last year, which I'm not, and I'm going to knacker myself. I'll turn muscles. I'll pop a kneecap. I'll do something, and put me back out. At least this way, he knows. Like, I want to work on my glutes, because they've kind of looked flat. So I want like a little Brazilian booty lift.
Never, ever say that again.
Why?
Just, I never once thought, I never once wanted to think that you would say a little Brazilian booty lift. Just no.
Right, okay. Well, let's put it this way then. Instead of having a bum like I've got at the moment, what I would like is a bum.
Is it Kim K?
No, I don't want one that big. I want my nice little firm bouquet back again, so that if your dad were to throw a marble at it, it'd bounce straight back at him. That's what we want.
Why would he throw a marble?
Well, I don't know, but it's just an example. He could throw a marble, and it would bounce back and hit him in the face.
That would be quite funny.
Yeah, so that's what I want. I want them muscles back. Squats. Well, that's it, Lady Witch. I can do the sumos, but I can't proper squat because of this damage to my right knee. So there you go, Fern, laughing at that one. Walking is giving me backaches. So I've bought some trainers to raise my heel. Oh, now Fern, what were they called? There are the Skechers. They are, oh my god. Oh, what's your dad put? Poacher.
That's what I said.
What adjacent universe do you live in? Why would I throw marbles at your house? Well, you might just want to catch my attention.
No, because you just go, like, you just say your name.
He doesn't even call me by my name. He calls me things like retard and weirdo.
No, he just calls you tard. He doesn't say the re because he's the re and you're the tard.
Okay.
So then he puts you both together and then it has the whole word.
Okay. Why is he a re?
The dog.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah,
I thought you meant your dog. Sorry, guys. I hope you're all following this private conversation we're having here.
The dog's the re.
I thought you meant your dad.
No.
Oh, God. Okay. She wants those muscles to let out good farts. Don't need muscles for that, Kathy.
Oh no, she doesn't. Trust me. Neither does he. Neither does he.
Don't ask if you don't want to know. No, now chat fully understands the two names. No, I'm not a tard. I've bought some cheap Adidas to see if I've got the right height. Then we'll probably get Skechers if it's more comfortable. They are, Janet, Skechers are brilliant. The ones I've got, Fern, oh God, I can't think of the name of them. They're a trainer and they look like they're a wedge, but they're not. It's just the shape. It's like this ergonomic sole. It lifts your foot arch, your instep. It supports your Achilles. It's great if people are suffering from, is it plantar fascia, where you've got your dropped arch? What's this? The fuck? I go potty now. I don't know what's going on. Oh dear. We've been talking about personal trainers and me wanting to get my glutes nice and tight again. Emerald Kimmy. I want my dancer's bum back, but I used an analogy that my other half is like, yeah, I said what I want is me muscles, my glutes to be that tight that he could throw a marble at them and it would bounce back and hit him in the face. So then he came on and said, what the hell would I want to be throwing marbles at your ass for? So yeah, that's where you've come back to. And now we're talking about Skechers shoes for comfort walking. It's okay, we were here and we don't know. Thank you, Lady Witch. Thank you. I can always guarantee that you can support me. Sorry, I got a phone call. Yeah, plantar fasciitis is the foot arch dropping. Thanks, Emerald Kimmy. Yeah, I thought it was something like that, like plantar fascia. Try living with a Kimmy. She gets halfway through a sentence and I'm lost. You're okay. But anyway, is everything all right, Wiccan? I was going to say, gosh, yeah, you're not going to be able to go and visit your papa either, are you? Open is all right. I just had a thought then. It's completely gone out of my head. Yeah, totally lost my train of thought. Right, so what would people like to discuss? Note. I know, Fern, I know. I mean, I'm touching wood. I've had my stint now. I hope it's going to be quite a while before, not really, but nothing I can do about it. Neighbour just dropped in, is going to. Oh no! What's he saying here? What is this a neighbour of yours, Wiccan, or one of your dad? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you close to her? What's he put? Every conversation like a puzzle. You get the start of a word and have to figure out the end of it yourself. I do that quite a lot. I do. I said do. Oh my God, yeah. Emerald Kimmy and Lady Witch, have you been in the bomb cyclone? Yes, thanks for bringing that up, Fern.
What's the bomb?
This weather bomb.
Oh right.
They're saying they're calling it they're calling it a bomb cyclone, aren't they? Well, over here, I don't know. I'm presuming that's what they're calling it in America. In fact, I never thought, because I meant to.
Is that all the deep snow and stuff?
Yeah, deep snowstorms. What I meant to do was message my cousin yesterday. I forgot all about it. He's in Wichita in Kansas, so I don't know if they've got it. Missed so much. You've been sleeping. Yeah, they've had these terrible snowstorms. It's like a cyclone that's come down. It's come from the Arctic, hasn't it? And it's a once in a generational event. And so far, there are like at least 60 people who've lost their lives due to this dramatic weather. I think they were saying that it drop at one point. The temperature dropped 10 degrees in an hour. Not where I am now, but the other side of the state is getting nailed. Yeah, horrific images. We're seeing people freezing in the cars. I know. It's awful. But it was, do you know what I thought of when I -25 shit. When I saw that, they said it dropped 10 degrees in a matter of, it wasn't even an hour, was it? It was a matter of minutes. Did anybody watch that film, The Day After Tomorrow?
I've seen that film.
Yeah, and that Eye of this, and that was like a cyclonic event, wasn't it? And the Eye of the Storm. Yeah, that's it, your evil twin, Wickham Moon. She always said she's like reads my mind. I know you were, you spooky mother. Yeah, I'm in Oregon, but we've had ice, wind, and rain, storms, and flooding, especially along the coast. It scares me as well, Lady Witch, because it's so plausible, isn't it? Hey up, bitches. Hi, Stella. How are you, my love? Happy Christmas. Yeah, I think the bit that upset me with that film was them stuck on the lighthouse up in Scotland. And they were the first ones that were going to get hit by it, and I just felt really bad for them. It was very horrible. But at least we all know what to do if we get hit by one of those. Oh, haven't you seen it, Fern? I think it's on. It's either on Sky or Sky Prime or Netflix. It's on at the moment, and you can watch it on there. Across the country, New York, the snowstorm has been deadly. Stella's good. Hoping everybody's had a good Christmas. Yeah, ours has been very good, thank you. We just have to get New Year out of the way. It's called, Fern, it's called The Day After Tomorrow. And I'm trying to think who's the guy in it. Is it Dennis Quaid? I think it might be Dennis Quaid who's in it. I'm sure it's him. He plays he's like a meteorologist or something like that. But it's really, really good. Really good.
Oh, it's on Disney Plus.
It's also on something else as well.
Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's on Prime, Fern.
Got a subscription, yeah. And it is...
That's it, Jake Gyllenhaal. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Janet. Yeah, it's a cracking film. Cracking film. Do you know what I was going to watch today? Wickham Moon. Wild Mountain Thyme. But I might save that and watch it tomorrow with little Porklet. It's set in Ireland.
Right.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
Oh my
God. Being stuck in the library, having to burn books. I know. Oh, that'd kill me, that, having to burn books. I mean, I'd burn shite, but your classics that are never ever going to get written again, where you think you're in the exclusive section, and these books are just works of art that will never ever be able to be replicated. I just couldn't burn them. I'd rather freeze. Am I allowed to Wiccan? Am I allowed to mention Wild Mountain Thyme, like what I know about it, or shall I not? Because I wasn't sure whether I could, you know what I mean, whether I could say something publicly or not. So I shall just wait and see what you say. But it's fine if not. God, the dog is lying on his bed snoring now. Oh, were they? Oh, bummer. Well, Wickham Moon's dad is, for those who don't know, is a film star.
Oh.
And I didn't know this was Wiccan's dad, but obviously I knew his name, and I'd heard his name because he's been in quite a few things as well that you would know. But when she told me he'd been in this, well, she didn't actually tell me the film. She sent me a photograph, and he is. No, I would, Wiccan. Behave yourself. Don't downplay him. Don't downplay it. You know, he's not just been in one film, has he? Or two or three. And to me, I would say that's a film star. So there we go. Anyway, she'd sent me this photograph, and he's on this photograph with Christopher Walken. Is it Walken? Walken. And I was just saying, oh God, he looks like, you know, and mentioned he looked like somebody, and she went, yeah, that's Christopher Walken here, and my dad plays his brother in this film, and I went, oh my God, it's Wild Mountain Thyme, and then she's sending me photographs, and there's photograph of him with Emily Blunt, there's photo of him with Jamie Dornan, there's photo of him with somebody, and I was like, oh my God, this is your dad. And and then I realised when I recognised his face, and I'm pretty good with film stars' names, and I remembered what a dad's name was. I'm not going to say it here. You can go and Google it and find out if you want. But yes, Wiccan's dad is an actor, and he's in that film, and he plays Christopher Walken's brother in that, who comes home from America. But even if you didn't know that, watch the film because it's great. I think it's a good film. Yeah, you see, she never lets things like this slip. People, you know, there's a lot of people who come in here and other channels, and you know, they've got a lot of yeah, you know, either they've got incredibly good jobs, or they're related to people who are well known or famous, or have got good jobs or whatever, and they never let people know. So yeah. Yeah, the film that I'm talking about, Emerald Kimmy, is Wild Mountain Thyme. I just asked Google who Wiccan's dad is. It said, I know Wiccan, but I have no idea who her dad is. So you'll all be now. I know, he's a bugger, Wiccan, just take the notice. You'll all be now Googling Wild Mountain Thyme and going looking through all the...
I am.
Oh, she's doing it.
Is it?
If you show me, I'll show you who he is. I'm going to show her who he is.
Is it the one over at the bottom?
No. God, I can't. Sorry about this, guys. She's just handed me the phone, and oh, it's Walken, not Walkden. That's a dad there. See? So you can have a look and see the other films that he's been in. I think they look alike as well. And Christopher Walken has got the father of an Irishman, hasn't he? Oh, I'm going to tell you this now. How many of you have heard of Tommy Tiernan? He's an Irish comedian, and I love him. There aren't many comedians who can make me laugh. He is the nuts, isn't he, Fern? But Tommy Tiernan has me rolling. Billy Connolly is another one, but I love Tommy Tiernan. He's quite near the knuckle. He was, especially when he was younger. Yeah, Tommy's great. Well, have you heard the one where Tommy is talking about like age catching up on himself? And I do have well-known relatives, but just never go into it. Most of them are dead. But that's it, Emerald Kimmy. You don't feel the need to you know, kind of rub people's nose into your connections, you know. And this is Yeah, we seem to be getting, we seem to get slated for not, you know, we're like nobodies just because we're not bragging, but whatever. Michael Sock. Oh, Michael Socker, isn't he? Hang on a minute. Michael Socker, was he in? Was he the one who was in Being Human who played? Oh, what's his bloody name? Robson Green's son in Being Human. I'm sure that's him.
No, he plays Tom.
Yeah, that's it. Tom in
Tom.
Being, yeah, played Tom in Being Human. Yeah, I know him now. Yeah, he's in a music video that's brilliant. It's, oh God, I think it's called. Have a look. I think it's called. Is it Rudimental? Something about you. I think the song's called.
What?
And it's Michael Socker's in it. Just not something to really get into.
Right, so
It's a music video. Yeah, it's called something about because there's something about you keeping me sober.
I don't know.
I think the group's called Rudimental. I think. Anyway, I'm waffling on, but it's actually a very, very emotive video. It's a load of men. Oh, it's in Big Boys Don't Cry, using that in my PTSD group. Oh, right then, okay. Well, you'd actually really like this video. It's not very well known. Have you found it? No.
I don't.
Have a look on YouTube if you can see that there. Like I said, I think it's called Rudimental, the group. This video, basically the song, it's like it looks like an AA meeting or something, like a support group, and it's all men.
Something like that.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. So what's it?
Elderbrook and Rudimental.
Oh, yeah, it's Elderbrook and Rudimental, something about you, and it basically is like a help group, a community group of some sort, and it's all men. And they were saying, somebody in the comments watched it and they said, you know what, this would be a fantastic video to use for, like, basically for men. I know anybody can suffer from it, but say for men suffering from PTSD or domestic violence or something like that. Because it's, you'd need to watch it anyway. So if anyone's interested, Elderbrook featuring Rudimental, something about you, please have a watch of that video. And Michael Socker's in that one as well. I know it's mad when somebody says, oh, I know your dad. Okay, well done, you. Ah, well, I know your dad. Anyway, sorry, I'm going to go back to Tommy Tiernan. So Tommy Tiernan, he is saying that, oh, actually, I don't know. Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to tell you this one because I've got a 13-year-old sitting with me. No, fingers in ears, not going to work.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
Can you not?
No.
Okay, right. Okay, so she can't hear a word I'm saying. Hang on, well, how did you know when I said, can you not? And you went, no. So you must...
No,
she's a liar.
Right, say something then. Ask me a question.
Okay, would you like to go to Mackey's for your breakfast in the morning? She'd heard me. She started laughing. You liar. Oh, my goodness. Did I just crack you there? Did I just beat her by accident?
You beat me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to save that joke for another time. I forgot all about that. In fact, I've got a story as well. Wickham Moon knows this story, a bit of it. She doesn't know the full story. What happened when we were out on Christmas Eve. However, again, because we have a youngster with us, I'm not going to regale this tale tonight. because it's a little bit near the knuckle. When I said I was coming live and that she was going to be helping me tonight, and Porky said, how are you going to tell that story? And I went, what story? He went, the Christmas Eve story. I'm like, shit, I can't do that while she's here. So just something, a little teaser for you all. That's going to be coming soon. A very good Tommy Tiernan joke and the story of what happened while we were out. Yeah, well, Kimmy, she's got the COVID. She's a bit poorly at the moment, and she's in isolation. Oh dear. So yeah, so that's a film for you to watch, and there's a video for you to watch just in case. So Wild Mountain Thyme. That. Oh no. Oh, he's saying, come and keep me company for 10 minutes or so. Oh, is this so I can tell me? Right, this is so I can tell the Christmas Eve story. Right, I'll just give her enough time to get upstairs. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to have a quick bathroom break and come back and tell you the tale. Okie dokie. I am back. Oh, what have I missed here? You're not suggesting Porky takes a seat near a vent. No, hopefully she's not going to be able to hear anything. We don't have posh things like air vents in these houses in the UK. So I'll tell you my Christmas Eve story first. And it's a little, and I am sorry to anyone with a delicate disposition who doesn't like crudeness, because this is crude. So we went downtown on Christmas Eve and we're in our favourite pub, and Porky's having a good old sing-along. And where we were sitting, so we were kind of, his friend is the DJ, and we're sitting behind him. And directly in front of us, probably halfway across the pub, there is a couple came in. So I would say the guy looked like he was in his probably, I don't know what Porky would think, maybe late 30s. And his girlfriend, Mrs., whatever she was, probably looked about, I thought she was quite young at first, but I think she was probably mid to late 30s as well. A little bit mutton dressed up as lamb, but whatever, you know, Christmas Eve. So she's dressed up. So they came in and they were pretty, let's sober, shall we say, when they came in the room into the pub. And they walked over to a guy who was sitting on his own. Now, this guy, I mean, the first impression I got of him, I don't know what Porky would think if you were to ask him, but I thought he was a bit of it was a bit of like a pound shop George Michael. You know, he had the fake tan and he had the brilliant white veneers, and he had the penciled on black eyebrows and then the sprayed on beard stroke stubble, and he had his baseball cap on, and he looked a bit like he was probably injecting the on the roids, shall we say. Anyway, turned out later on, I think he was possibly or Porky thinks he was a bouncer there, but anyway, he's on his night off. So this couple came over and they joined him, and probably about, no, I'm not Janet, so probably about, I don't know, half an hour or so, half an hour to an hour, no longer than that, after them coming in, Porky gives me a nudge and he went, "See her there?" I went, "Yeah." And he'd been observing them. Now, fair enough, we were having a good time, but it was blatantly obvious because it's directly in front of us. And he said, "She's plying her fella with shorts." She said she's trying to get him wankered, basically, because every time he goes to the toilet or whatever, he said his mate's got his tongue down her throat and his hands are all over her. And I'm like, no, total shock horror. George Hamilton. Well, actually, very similar, Lady Witch, but I think he was going more for the George Michael thing. The whole "Let's Go Outside" video era. Yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea at all, and he didn't look like George Michael. It was just that vibe, with the spray tan and the veneers that are way too white. So I was like totally shocked. No. And he went, "Yeah, absolutely is." He said, "She's getting him pissed because she wants to get laid with his mate." And I'm going, no, because I'm horrified at this point. So you're getting all the pearl clutching. No. So he went, "Calm as you like," and he reads people so well. He said, "I'm telling you now," he said, "within the hour, the boyfriend's either going to be passed out or so pissed he can't see anything, or when he goes to the toilet to be sick or whatever," he said, "she will be sitting on a bar stool." This is exactly what he said, and I'm so sorry it's crude. He said, "She'll be sat on a bar stool and he'll be fingering her in the middle of the pub." And I went again, no, people don't do that. He went, "I'm telling you now." He said, "That's exactly what's going to happen." He said, "Within the hour," he said, "the boyfriend's going to be shit-faced because she is throwing shots down his throat to get him pissed." So I start watching him, and I'm watching this guy who had come in looking pretty, all right, is at this point, his legs are like jelly. He can hardly, you can see he's struggling to focus. And when he looks away, she's draped all over this bouncer, right? Off-duty bouncer, might I add. She's draped all over, and I'm going, no, they must just be friends. And he's going, the boyfriend hasn't got a fucking clue. They've been sneaky bastards. And then the boyfriend would go to the toilet, and then there'd be another little bit of a dalliance. Anyway, we're not quite on the hour. He is up singing at this point, is Porky. While he's singing, the boyfriend is on the phone. I don't know whether it's a taxi, whether he's got a phone call. He's swaying. His eyes are all over the place. And while he's preoccupied on his mobile phone, looking in a slightly different direction, bouncer has got his hands all over this one. He's got a boobs. Porky's singing. He looks at me, and I kind of nodded and went like, "Look over there." And he went, "Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. So then he came and sat down. He finished his song, and I went, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." He said, "Just wait for it." I'm like, no, that's as far as it's gone. The boyfriend's come back. He went, "Wait for it." And the next minute, and I'm kidding you not, it wasn't even 10 minutes. He went out to have a puff on his vape while he's outside. Yes, she got on a bar stool facing me. Bouncer got between her legs and lost his arm up to his elbow, shall we say. And I was sitting there with my chin on my knees. So when Porky came back from having his vape, I'm going, "Oh my God, look. And he's going, told you, I fucking told you. He said, I'm good. I can read people like a book. And I just sat there and I went, and I said, there's just no point there. I would never be able to pull the wool over your eyes, would I? Ever. And he went, no. So, welcome to Blackpool, everybody. She was a dirty bitch. Stella. I was like, people don't do that in public houses. Oh, yes, they do. And the best of it was, right, so they parted. The bouncer went home. Oh, that was the other thing as well. He went out for this fag, his vape. He said, this is how he knew he was a bouncer. He came back anyway. He's a bouncer. He said he's outside with the bouncers who were on duty talking about, I can't remember the exact, what words he used. It was something along the lines of, like not betraying people's trust or what have you. And well, Kathy, to be honest, Porky was like that. He said, I feel like going over and saying to him, fella, don't fucking drink anymore because your missus is trying to get you that bladdered because he has got his tongue down her throat and her hand, his arm up a skirt. To be honest, that is half the fun, not speaking from experience or anything. No, I know. Put me right off my scampi fries. So, anyway, near enough the end of the night. So, Mr. Bouncer, he leaves. Then because I was still at this point going, no, maybe we've made a mistake. Maybe she's just out with the lad we thought was a boyfriend is just a friend. And, it's just because people just do go out as friends, don't they? But no, she definitely was with him. So, Christmas Day. And I was going over to see my aunt, as most of you know, my sister and that. So we went over there and it's about midday and Porky, he was staying here because, as I said earlier, our Christmas Day was Boxing Day when Porky came to stay. So he said, I know it's awful, Wicken, it was awful. So Porky said, while I was gone, he was going to go and meet one of his workmates and the workmate's wife at a pub in Hambleton up the road. So he rings me. It's about midday. And it's a puppeteer, yeah. Stella, it's reminding me of that photo that Wickham posted of Kermit. Another A-list celebrity. So yeah, as Porky said, I'm just on my way, and he just stopped and he said, "You'll never guess who I've just seen." So I started to think, have we seen a friend? And it was the way he said it, and I went, not them from last night. He went, yeah, her. He said, her. He said, and wearing the same clothes as, he said, I think she's been kicked out. He's given her his marching orders. She was still wearing last night's outfit, so, the heels, boots, the short dress, everything, and with like a backpack with her belongings in it. He said, I think she's been given her marching orders. So it was quite funny that he'd happened to see her. So God knows what went on when they get back home. I don't know. Maybe he caught her on the phone or something. Oh, yeah, she was definitely doing the walk of shame. But I didn't see it, and I just wish he'd have videoed it because that would have made me laugh. Now, I'll tell you, before Littleton comes back down again, I'll tell you the Tommy Tiernan joke. So Tommy is talking about... yeah, the kitchen floor and knickers as a list. Well, Tommy Tiernan, so he's talking about, how age affects you, and especially gentlemen. And he's talking about, the first thing he said was, he said, have you ever, you're in the shower and you turn around and you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and you shit yourself because it looks like you got off at the wrong stop. It's not you. He said, or like I'll turn around and catch a glimpse of myself and he goes, oh, there's me dad. And I'll go, oh, look at the big soft Mickey on him. For those who don't know, a Mickey is Irish for a willy. Anyway, so he starts talking about loss of libido as you're getting older. And he said, you know, I'm 45. He said, you know, I'm going to get a hard on at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you don't manage to make use of it there and then, he said, you've got to wait till the next day. That's just the fucking end of it. And apparently he's talking about this to one of his mates and saying, oh, my missus is getting a bit fed up of this. And, you know, I don't know. I don't want to getting tired of me or nagging or what have you. What do, you know, any suggestions? So the mate said, well, what you want to do, he said, is get in the house. He said, throw her over one of the kitchen units or appliances or whatever, and, you know, give her a good seeing to. He said, only don't do it too often because it could be seen as assault. So Tommy's like, right, okay, I can do that. So he gets in, he grabs the wife, he said, I threw her up against the Zanussi fridge. And his wife's all a fluster and she says, oh, what are you going to do to me, Tommy Tiernan? And he looks down. Well, he's missed his time slot, hasn't he? He says, he looks down, he goes, absolutely fucking nothing. But let that be a warning to you. Well, I'm watching this video and I have got tears running down my face because I thought there's going to be thousands of men all across the country, in fact, all across the world watching this going, yep, sympathise with that one. But it was it was the fact, what are you going to do to me, Tommy Tiernan? Absolutely fuck all. So if any of you haven't had the pleasure of Tommy Tiernan and you've never listened to him, please watch him. It's a bit like, what's his name? Iglesias. That chubby guy. American, the Mexican fella. Fluffy. He is so funny. I think he's hilarious, but Tommy Tiernan, yeah, he takes the biscuit. You haven't heard of him? Oh, Janet, he's so funny. He's really, really funny. So, yeah, please have a listen to him. If you like Billy Connolly, that's him, Gabriel. Yeah, it's Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias, isn't it? Yeah, he's great. I think he's brilliant. But, yeah, Tommy Tiernan, definitely one to recommend to you all. He does a very good, because he's talking about why the Irish are uncivil, you know, they don't want to be civilized. And it's the way he describes it. And he said, we inhabit an island off another island, off the coast of the mainland. He said, so you imagine, he said, Europe is the town. He said, and Great Britain is like the hotel, he said, and then you've got a ditch. He said, that's us. He said, and what do you do when you've got a ditch? You lie fucking low. So he's very, very funny guy. It's when he talks about his dog, because he says he's got this great big dog. Huge, you know, the biggest dog you're ever going to see. He said it's fucking gigantic. And yeah, when it starts barking. So yeah, he is Wiccan. He's one of the funniest people I've ever heard. I don't know whether it's because he's Irish, because he's just got that way about him, as a lot of Celtic comedians do. You know, you listen to the Scots, you listen to the Irish, they've just got that delivery, haven't they? Billy Connolly, second to none. He is a storyteller, and I like that. But if you have you heard the dog one, the big dog and the barking, and because that, I think that was probably one of the first ones of his I ever heard. And I think I'm going to have to start sharing these on my community post, because he is really funny. And I think at the moment, we all need a bit of a giggle. We all need a laugh and a giggle. Now, have I missed anything? I don't think we have. Too big for myself. That's it, Wicked. And it's when there's the postman. Shall I be barking at him? Shall I kill him, Tommy? Shall I kill him? Then woof, I fucking love you, Tommy. Yeah, he's a good old comedian. He really is a good old comedian. Bloody hell, Stella, I've just realised. I was looking at your photo thinking, that doesn't look like Stella, and it's not you, is it? I'm such an idiot. So what is everybody doing for New Year's? Are you all going out? Are you staying home? You're going to have a party in your house, party in your pants? Yeah, I just didn't realise Stella, because I'm looking, and all of a sudden I thought, hang on a minute, that's not Stella. Not that you have to have a photograph up of yourself. See, I'm going to highlight this one. I like Wiccans, this geo that she's got. What's the other word? Is it they call? No, is it thunder eggs? They call them the staying home. It's too cold to be fun out there. You're staying home, nice and quiet. Home Alone, just a quiet one for you, Janet. Okay. So Kathy, Lady Witch, Janet, all staying home. We're going to be home. I'm gonna do because I was, if you remember, guys, I was home alone last year because it's before we moved in together. My dad died on New Year's Day. Oh, Emerald, I am sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm really sorry, love. Oh, Sid, hi. Sid's not in the house. How is Nancy? That's the main thing. And happy Christmas to you both. Some lad asked for a selfie, so I sent that pic. Home, I'd say, with himself and the animals. Yeah, Janet's sending love as well. Everybody wants to know how Nancy's doing and if you both had a lovely Christmas. Yeah, I did a really funny one once, Stella, because my friend was getting really pestered off some guy that she was chatting to online. This is nice. Sorry, I'll tell you this in a second because Sid Snot, did you get something in the post yet? That's from Wiccan and Lady Witch. I was thinking about you and Nancy earlier, Sid. I hope you were well. Janet wants to, yeah, Janet's thinking about Nancy as well. Yeah, that's really sad that Emerald. She's okay, thanks. Christmas is great, not too much booze. Yeah, I've not really drunk that much. Porky and I did polish off a full bottle of port in 2 sittings, but I filled like glasses to the top of it and I didn't put any mixers in. No, nothing yet, Wiccan. I ditto. Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? When you've got a loss on a particular day, a significant date, should I say? There's nothing worse, is there? Nothing worse. Like my granddad, he died on the 2nd of January. And I think, yeah, I don't forget it, but I think if it had been a day earlier, or in fact 2 days, if he died New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, I think it would possibly affect me more. So you've got my full sympathy there, Emerald. You really have. I'm so sorry. Things are taking so long to get to the UK from here. It's so annoying. It's not just that, Wiccan. It's things that are. I mean, I'm still waiting on a fucking delivery from Cheshire. It's never turned up. Oh, thank you, Sid. Yeah, it's yeah. I would say it's 70. Yeah, I'll say 70%. Back to normal. I did have a bit of a breathless moment the other night, but I'd kind of exerted myself a little bit too much. But the breathlessness has more or less gone. So that's, you know, that's one good thing. I'm glad. I'm just rushing to try and get back to normal. But I was telling these guys I've got because I'm getting on a fitness kick from the 1st. I'm giving myself 3 months. So from the 1st of January until my birthday at the end of March, to get into like fighting shape. So competition fitness. Yeah, we'll use that. I like that. Competition fit. So I've got myself a personal trainer that I'm starting with next week. So I'm going to be doing some good not keep fit sessions, good workout sessions. He's going to help me sort out my muscle groups and not do myself too much damage, because I told him about the limitations with my lungs at the moment and whatnot, and my knee being fecked. Oh, and has your friend in Corks arrived yet, Wicken? Yeah, the Royal Mail strikes. Hopefully it'll arrive soon. Wheezing like you've never wheezed before. I'll tell you that what hit me, I'm sure it's a variant of some sort. Kathy, watch out, Paul, because she's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna highlight that. He won't care. He's not frightened of me at all. The only thing he's frightened about is my snoring. Oh, apparently I'm snoring like a bastard warhog at the minute. I've got so I've been and bought a Silent Night anti-snore pillow today. I'm going to see if that helps. So I've got it on the bed. We're going to see. I will let everybody know. Oh, do you know it's a shame Frida isn't here as well. Doesn't seem right, does it? If we've not got a Frida, we've not got Blue Rose. Who else haven't we got? Simples, Sheila, Green Eyes. Yeah, Stella, he probably will. He'll smother me with it. Get Porky some earplugs. Oh, God. Oh, she got the COVID as well, Wicken. Have you given it to her? Oh, God, everybody, they're dropping like flies. Slept in another room and could still hear it, Janet. He's not even joking, Janet. He's not even joking. But I never used to snore, and I don't know. I mean, I would say I think it's getting worse because I've put weight on as well. Because apparently, if you're overweight, then that can make you snore, can't it? But what I think, because I said to him, I haven't snored before, and he was like, no, because you never fucking heard yourself. I said, no, but I know damn well, my ex being my ex, I know damn well he would have said something. He would have said something if I snored. So all I can think of is I had no, we haven't got a humidifier. I don't think we have we, Porky? Got a humidifier? Put some pine or eucalyptus oil in it while you sleep. It might help. Okay, thank you. Well, I'll be honest with you, Fern. I was snoring before I got the pneumonia. I don't know if it's any worse since I've had it. He'd have to tell you that as well, but I honestly don't know. But the only thing I can think of that has happened is that I got a chronic nosebleed. It just happened out of nowhere. A blood vessel had burst, but I didn't know this, and I was losing so much blood, and ended up at, I think it was 1 o'clock in the morning at Preston Hospital, and this doctor had to cauterize up my nose. We don't even know, with the what had caused the blood vessel to pop. So they've cauterized it, and that's the only thing that's changed. So, because he said, "You mean you've not Googled it?" I said, "No, but I can ask the doctor." But anyway, I've got one of these pillows, so I'm going to see if it. I'm going to see if that helps. It's got some ergonomic something or other in it, but when I read the reviews on it, all the people who tried it out said that either some people didn't snore at all, or there was a significant enough decrease in the snoring intensity that the partners slept through it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And if it works, I'm going to tell my friend Ange, because apparently her husband is started doing the same thing. They do work as long as you don't lie on your back. Oh, right. Oh, Janet, have you tried them then? I mean, I'm mainly a side sleeper, or I sleep on my front with my head to one side, obviously, or a choke. Well, I'll just have to hope that... I'll hope. I'll keep my fingers crossed. I don't know where. Is Porklet still in with you, Porky? Oh, they're really good. Oh, there's light at the end of the tunnel for Pork Chop then. Yeah, I was going to say, if Porklet's still there, she can come down. I'm not going to be talking about dirty things anymore. If she wants to rejoin us. She's leaving me a gift in the back. Wow. Is it one of those things that'll go, howdy ho? Is it a Mr. Hanky? Sid, I tell you, this has been it's been really bad, because I've been waking myself up with it as well. You know, I'll kind of like go, so I know I've snored. But yeah, we'll see. I'll keep my fingers crossed that this pillow is going to work, because the thing is, though, it's really stressful, you know. So, do you know what, Wiccan? I don't know. We don't know what caused it, and the hospital didn't tell me. But the bleeding was so bad. It looked like there was, you know, when you have a tap on a very slow run. That's what it was like. It was just pouring out of my nose, and plus I was going shaky then. I nearly passed out. I'd lost that much blood. I was ashen. So I'd gone twice to A&E, and it had stopped both times. They were just useless. They're like, well, unless we can see it bleeding, there's nothing we can do. Go home. I'd get home. It started again. Back to the hospital. It stopped. Couldn't do anything. And then, like I said, early hours of the morning, it started, and they told me to just go straight to Preston, and it was still bleeding at that point. And it was a Russian doctor. She was lovely, and she had a good old look, and she went, right, yeah, we're going to have to. I'm going to need to cauterize, you know, the inside of your nose. So I don't know what it was. That's it, Wiccan, Mr. Hanky. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo, small and brown, he comes from you. Howdy ho! And if it's not that, it's the what was? Do you remember the song that we used to sing on here? And then a big brown shark came. Yeah, I think we'll stick with Mr. Hanky. He's our Christmas friend. So yeah, New Year's Eve. I think we are getting a bottle of champagne. We're staying in, obviously, because there's the three of us. I am thinking of doing a hot pot. We'll have a hot pot supper and some alcohol and probably some Christmas games or New Year's games. Oh, you've seen it before. It's horrific to watch. Sounds like a polyp. Right. Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, it wasn't hurting. Do you know how it started? I was standing in the lounge with my friend. We were going to Clitheroe Food Festival, and she was driving. So she'd come over to pick me up, and we were just about to leave. And it felt like my nose was running. And as I did, I just wiped with my like you put the back of your hand, and there was blood. And I went, the fuck? And as I looked down, it suddenly just went push. So all over my clothes. I had my top under my nose so I could get off the carpet. Luckily, it didn't go on it, light green carpet. I got off the carpet into the kitchen. I was over the sink with it just running out of me. And it was probably doing that for, I would say, about 40 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes. And then it stopped, and I'd got ice. You know how you do with when you've got like you've broken your nose or you've got a nosebleed and you stick ice up. So I've got ice on either side of the bridge of my nose. I'm thinking that was what had stopped it, and it was fine. So I was like, well, I've no idea what caused that. Got changed, got myself cleaned up, got in my friend's car. We drove to Clitheroe. We parked on the park and drive. We got onto the minibus for a 5-minute drive into the town centre. Yeah. We hadn't been on the bus 2 minutes, and it started again. And it was, I was so embarrassed. I just had my head hanging over between my legs with blood pouring out of my nose. And there was a lady sitting across the aisle who had a baby, and she passed my friend a baby's nappy. And we put the nappy under my face, and I tell you, it was piss wet through with blood within minutes. But we got there, and the bus driver they had like the radios or phone or something on the bus. There was an ambulance waiting as we got off at the park, where the park and ride dropped us off at Clitheroe station. And the paramedics got straight, at me then trying to get this to stop, which they did. And then they told me to go home because no, I didn't see any clots, Wicken. It was just fresh pouring blood. Just the weirdest thing ever. But it's never done it since they cauterized it. That's been absolutely fine. Never done it since. But yeah, it was quite frightening. That was. I lost a lot of blood that day. So that was in the morning, and throughout the course of the day, it probably did it. Something 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. It was the 6th time that they finally cauterized it. But yeah, God, I was weak after. But yeah, no, they never mentioned. They never mentioned anything. Do you know what, Wicken? They never checked my blood pressure either. That's how shit they were. And it was only that Russian doctor. She was only a youngish lady, really nice. She was really, really nice. And she was just very matter of fact, bump, 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 got it sorted out, and that was the end of it. And then, my friend drove me home, and she was staying at mine anyway that night, so I wasn't on my own. But yeah, so maybe that's what it was. And it's the funny thing is, Wicken, now you've mentioned it, my sister has got she's had polyps up her nose. I wonder if they run in families, but she's had hers treated. Now I've never known. I don't know that I have them. Nobody's ever mentioned it, but just thought, yeah, my sister, because she had polyps up her nose, and she also had one at the back of her throat, because she was really worried about it, thinking she'd got like cancer or something, but she hadn't. It was just this massive polyp. Sorry about that. I just had to have a little sip of my Lucozade Zero. I can thoroughly recommend that as well. Lucozade Zero pink lemonade. It's delish. Sometimes you just need something fizzy. So yeah, I'm thinking possibly tomorrow, because I bought loads of like buffet foods and things. So we were going to have, because Porklet came with me shopping, and we went and bought, because we were thinking that we would have a buffet one night. So I think that might be tomorrow's meal option, which will be Thursday, won't it? God knows about Friday, maybe chippy, because it's chippy tea day Friday, isn't it? For anyone in the UK. All right, thanks, Wiccan. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, we'll do. Because maybe that is what's making me snore then. But I thought that snoring is your throat, isn't it? I've been told that as well. I keep getting told all sorts of things. Yeah, and then Saturday I'm going to do hot pot. I've not even thought about Sunday yet. I like planning, but Porky doesn't, so I have to try and I have to try and keep my plans to myself. Yeah, it might be Wiccan, because that's the only thing that's different. Because I know damn well my ex, if I was snoring, my ex would have kicked off, like seriously kicked off, because one, he was a very light sleeper, very light sleeper, and two, he yeah, it would have been crabby as shit. So no, I know damn well if I was snoring, he would have known and he would have said something. You know, Porky's really good, because he'll just go, "Don't worry, babe, I'll go in the other room," and then I feel shit. You know, which he keeps saying, you know, you can't help it. You're not doing it on purpose, but I do feel really bad. So let's hope these wonder pillows work. Could be caused by adenoid troubles. Yeah, although I don't know that I've got like my sister definitely has, you know. She was always ENT, you know, at ENT, and she's got well, she's always having problems with her tonsils. My tonsils have gone. They were taken out when I was little. So I've never had any issues like that with ear infections or tonsillitis, whereas my sister has. But yeah, she's had these polyps up her nose. So yeah, if this snoring pillow doesn't help, I will definitely go, Janet. They're going to get sick of seeing me there. I've had because I'm still waiting for my second chest X-ray. I've got another thing with the doctors that I'll tell you about it sometime. But so I'm waiting for an appointment. So there's 2 appointments I'm waiting for, and then I'll be going back. Going while I'm at it, can you just have a look up my nose? Ah, do you think so? Flipping heck. Yeah, and I suppose really if there's more chance, especially if it's kind of running in the family, eh? If it's one of those things, because I suppose it's stuff like kidney stones, you know, and things like diverticulitis and so on. They tend to be things that people get in the, you know, that run through families. Do you remember when we were talking about kidney stones, talking about relations with them, and I'll tell you something else that was well, in previous generations in my family, you know, like great aunties, grandma, and so on, fibroids, they tend to be something that's there's like a familial link, isn't it? So yeah, maybe these polyp things. I'll have a look at them when I stop this live, Wiccan. I will have a little look and see if there's anything you know, I can find out about if polyps could possibly cause the snoring. Because yeah, they never said. All I got told was that it was a blood vessel. So, and I left it at that. You know, this Russian doctor said, no, it's a blood vessel. What have I missed on YouTube? Not been on for 2 weeks. It's all quiet on the Western Front. Well, Sid, it was on. Well, I don't know. You may or may not have seen. I've taken a fair bit of my shorts off my channel. Not because I'm hiding anything, but because I had a bit of a spack out. I lost my shit on a cartoon couple, shall we say, who, yeah, I'm trying to think how to put this. Basically, I retaliated and I shouldn't have retaliated. So I've taken all that down because we're not discussing any of this shite on my channel anymore. We are doing what we love doing, which is paranormal and dogmen and aliens and smut and food. So I don't know what else has gone on because I haven't looked. I've not really been on much at all over the last week, Sid. Maybe longer, to be fair. So I just kind of took a bit of a step back, and then I've come back on tonight. Just because I said early today to Porky, I said, no, I'm going to go on and do a live. Oh, there he is. Hiya, Sid. Hope you and Nancy had a great Christmas and wishing you an amazing 2023. You might not be able to see them yourself, but yes, they can cause sleep apnea, not just... Do you know what, Wiccan? She's got that as well. She has to sleep with a mask on. Our Ange. Because that can reduce your life expectancy, can't it? Sleep apnea. Lady Witch. KMA got annoyed and returned fire. Then her reasonable mind kicked in and she realised cartoons are for simpletons. Thank you, Lady Witch. That was a very good way of yeah. I think everybody's just had enough of it. Said, yeah, Wickerman. I have too. I'm not interested in the rubbish anymore either. You know, it's that isn't what I came on YouTube for. And yeah, we have far. You know, we have much more fun in here talking about the weird and the wonderful. And incidentally, talking about the weird and the wonderful, we've got a certain lady who is a member of this channel is doing a ghost hunt in January sometime. Well, in the new year. I'm saying January. So I'm hoping, and she's going to remain nameless, Wickham Moon. So I've said when she does this ghost hunt, because she's going to do some filming of it and recording and what have you, and when she does it, after she's done it, can she come up and, you know, talk us through it? Because you'll upload it, won't you, love, onto your channel and come up as a guest and talk us through it like she did. For those of you that heard when she was came up and talked about Lep Castle and what went on there. Don't even know what you mean by cartoons. A joke couple said. You know who I mean. The channel that you get, if you go in there, you get jumped all over. Them ones we're just ignoring. I'm not sure if it's friendly or not, but I rather like the phrase Warthot. Who's Warthot? Second Life, that cartoon. Thank you, Emerald Kimmy. That's the one. Who's a Warthot? I mean, I know what a thought is. Although I didn't know what thoughts were for years. It was one of those words that was getting thrown around on January. The one you were taught, well, not January. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you're taking the mickey out of me, bugger. Did he? Oh, hang on. Where's he said that? Oh, he bloody did as well. Here we go. I hadn't noticed that. I'm going to put him up on the screen. I keep snoring like a warthot. I thought someone had called you a warthot, Lady Witch. I think you meant warthog. Yeah, well, we don't have any thoughts in here, do we? That was one of the words, and you'll know yourself, Lady Witch, because you were a person in Twitterverse, weren't you? They were, especially the American guys, were always saying thought, and it was ages, and I was like, in the end, I said, "I'm really sorry, but what's a thought?" Oh, they thought I was a lunatic. It does sound like something off Harry Potter, Janet. A war thought. Yeah, maybe. Do you know what? Maybe that's one for our next incognito night. We can be war. It's war thought night. That's a pretty good shield maiden's name, actually, isn't it? You know, who wants to be Lagatha? You can be war thought. He doesn't realise he's actually started a new trend now. You need to, Porky, if you're still listening, you need to trademark that quick. Yeah, it's do you know it's got a bit of a ring of oh, what's the Farscape? Do you remember Farscape? Like what the war thought, it's something that you would have found in Farscape, or in oh, flipping out, Stargate. You know, the Stargate series. We've landed on the planet Zog. Gal thought is another option. No, it's not as funny. Yeah, Xena. Who needs Xena? We have war thoughts. But you could say gal thought if you wanted to. For those who don't know, gal is the Limerick word for a cunt. Allegedly. No, war thought's far better. Right, you need to trademark that one now. I'll have to change my screen name to that next time. Yeah, we've not done an incognito for a good while. That's something else we need to get back onto. I've genuinely just not been up to doing a live, so I'm glad I've managed to do one tonight. I'll probably not be on that much longer though, because I am a little tired. And we've just been out and had quite a big dinner, and yeah, it needs to digest. Although I am going to have some trifle. I made a huge trifle yesterday, so it's sitting in the fridge begging to be eaten. So I might have myself a little portion of that. Oh, I've just realised I noticed about 10 minutes ago I'd had a message. I don't know why I hadn't seen it earlier. You all know Uncle P. I don't know how many of you remember that her sister was suffering from the big C, and you know she's had it for years and has been in complete denial, totally refused any treatment because I don't know if part of it was thinking she was invincible, part of it was thinking no, Janet, Uncle P is my friend Pauline. She was up here on my channel. What day? Oh, it's New. Yeah, she came up on New Year's Eve. She got me my first. I had to, my video got removed because she was up saying the C word all the time. Very funny. It's a girl who can do any accent. Yeah, no, don't apologise, Janet. You're fine. Yeah. And she was telling the last time she came up, and she was telling everybody about her sister Pat. Well, I went over to see her on, I think it was last weekend. Weekend before last. Took some presents over and everything, and then she ended up. What is Wiccan talking about here? A glass of wine, and that sounds delicious. What? Have I missed something? Because that doesn't seem to fit in with anything, unless I'm being thick. I've had a text message from her. The day that I got back. Oh, sorry, trifle. Right. I think it's because the chat's a little bit out of sync. I'm glad you're following it, Janet. Thank you. I'm shit. Yeah, the day that I'd been over to see her, she came, she texted me. I'd not left the house probably an hour, and she was having to go back down to Newbury where her sister is, because they said apparently she'd gone into unconsciousness. I've had a text message earlier. She's passed away today. So if anybody can spare a thought and a prayer to whichever goddesses or deities that you believe in, for Pat, I'm for Uncle P as well, because she's going to be absolutely gutted. She's lost her best friend. So yeah, thoughts with her tonight. Off to bed. Oh, got to be up early in the morning, taking Nancy to London for a duplex scan. Oh, Sid, take care, love, and I hope everything goes all right. And I hope there's none of these stupid train strikes. It's the last thing you want, isn't it? Unless you're staying over. So yeah, good luck. Please give her all our love. And if I don't see you before, have a great new year. Okay. Yeah, it's terribly sad, Lady Witch. And Janet, thank you. Oh, wicked sorry. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay. Yeah, she's going to be in bits. So, but this has been. It's been coming for quite a long time. I mean, I think she was diagnosed years ago. And I think because nothing happened, I think she did develop that kind of sense of invincibility. And it came as a real shock earlier this year when she was told, actually now it's at the really serious stage. You've refused treatment over the last few years, and now there's absolutely nothing that we can do. So yeah, I feel so sorry for her, but she chose her path, and as much as the rest of us might think she made the wrong choice, or might think that it wasn't fair, especially for a family, but sometimes that's all you can do, isn't it? You make your own decisions. So anyway, but yeah, I've not replied to it, and I just think she's going to be in too much of a mess. So I'll send her a message tomorrow. So I'll let her know that you've all been thinking about her, and yeah. And like I said to Sid, having seen your message there, I hope everything goes well for Nancy. Wiccan, it's been terrible. It's been a terrible Christmas. I've heard so much bad news, and you find this, don't you? Some years things just, not just for yourselves or your own families, for everybody. It's like there's some dark cloud hanging over, and it's only certain years. Now, I'm not one for astronomy. I don't understand, which planets are aligning where, but I know that some people who do, and they'll tell you, when it's going to be a very ominous year, or when it's going to be very fortuitous, and it's because of the planet alignment. So maybe there's something, I don't know, maybe the planets are aligning in a particular way that causes sadness, mayhem, and so on. I don't know. But poor loves, everybody. Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. So, well, I am just coming down to my battery's going a little bit here. I've not got that much left. Yeah, Moon Madness. Yeah, similar thing, Janet. Similar thing. It's something that's completely out of your control. It's like runs of bad luck, isn't it? Misfortune and so on. So, as I said, the next time I come live, I'm going to be doing I was thinking of doing the story of 30 East Drive in Pontefract, and I don't know if any of you or all of you or none of you have heard of it. There's a film was made of it called When the Lights Went Out, and this starred, well, you'll all know Stephen Waddington. He's a Yorkshire actor, and he plays the father in this film. For those of you who can't place him, everybody on the planet near enough has seen Last of the Mohicans. Stephen Waddington was in that. He played the young officer who was in love with the girl who fell for Daniel Day-Lewis. My friend came in to tell me her and her partner are getting married in March. Been together for years and he's got cancer. It's not good to apply. Oh, God, love him. Oh, no. It's absolutely shit, Wiccan. It really is. Absolutely is. But, you know, there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. We can all whinge and cry and stamp our feet and flounce about and but you know the story of your life's already been mapped out. I'm a firm believer in that. Oh well. But anyway, I'll go back to 30 East Drive. Did you ever listen to the one I said? Which one was? Oh, Wiccan. I've slept since then. Chicken. Which was that? You might have to send it to me again. I honestly can't remember. So this family, and this is a true story. It's a bit along the lines of the Enfield poltergeist type of story. This is in the 1970s. A family moved into this house and all manner of nightmares began for them. It is a really good story. The film's good. It's quite difficult to get hold of. I think because it was an independent film company, there are some links that you can get online to get to it. East Drive is still Hideout for Paranormal Investigations. Yes, that's it, Janet. The only thing is, it's that from next door, Carol, who runs these paranormal investigation groups going in, and I think, sorry if anybody is a big fan of hers, but I think she's full of shit, to be honest. I've seen her on too many of these paranormal investigation programs. She is so full of shit. Everything's coming out of her mouth brown. She does fake it, Janet. Oh no, I don't know. I don't think I did. Wiccan. Oh, can you send it to me again, love? I'm sorry about that. That must have got lost in the ether somewhere, and I've just not seen it. Lady Witch. There's a lady who runs the. She lives next door to number 30 East Drive. Is the house in Pontefract. There's a lady called Carol lives next door. Now she lived there while this what they call it within the Maynards Worthy or something like that. I think. Anyway, while this family were there, living there, Carol lived next door. She never mentioned paranormal activity while this were all going on until the house was eventually bought by, I think he's an Asian fella who owns it. The house was bought by him, and then they started renting it out, and especially on the back of the movie coming out as well, it became very popular with paranormal groups. So Carol, who lives next door, she's kind of like the caretaker of the house. So she's got the keys, she lets the people in, she organises, the money and so on, and the paranormal groups going in and timings and whatever. And now all of a sudden, well, she started off that she has paranormal activity in her home as well. And she's been witnessing all of this paranormal activity from the get-go. Now she's a medium, and you just watch her and think, love, behave yourself, because she's making it up. She's making it up. And I saw her. She was a guest. The Ouija brothers had her on as a guest on one of their ghost hunts. And Griff, the big guy, if any of you ever watched the Ouija brothers, because the Stephen Griff lost it, and he went outside and he's going on about her saying, fucking woman, and she's just got that fella upset and blah 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 blah. It is all for attention, Janet, because she didn't have these abilities before. She didn't mention paranormal activity. Yeah. Oh, did you watch that, Janet? Yeah. Yeah, Lady Witch, honestly, she's so full of shit. If you do a search on Google for 30 East Drive, and she will usually be there. She's got short, dark hair, and she talks about, well, I don't want to ruin it for you, but yeah, she's got a chain hanging off her. She's so full of shit. Yeah, well, see what you think of a Lady Witch, because the first time I heard her, I was like, yeah, bullshit. That's stinking. Because I'd love to go there. I would love to go to 30 East Drive. Wouldn't want to do any lone vigils in the house myself. I think it's about £150-200 to hire the house for the night. But you can usually, quite big paranormal groups will go. I think that's if it's sole use. But yeah, I think that would be quite interesting if drag Porky out there. Yes, you're right there, Janet. Lady Witch will have a sussed in a minute. Yeah, to be honest, I think Porky would as well. Because he can read people, he can pick a lie out. I call BS as soon as now she's a medium. Yeah, that's it, Lady Witch. Because she never had these abilities before. When the other woman was refusing to leave that house, and saying nobody's chasing me out, she wasn't sitting round having cups of tea with her going, oh yeah, I've getting a ghost in my house as well. There was none of that. Now, yeah, well, anyway, you all know my feelings on her, but I'm thinking of doing that story. I mean, some horrific things happened. The husband, which is played by, in the film, it's played by Stephen Wannington. He got shut in the coal cellar. He'd gone into some coal and the door shut behind him, and he couldn't get out. And he's a big bloke. So, yeah, well, there you go, Wiccan. If I can sort that out for Porky and you come over. And he was in this coal cellar screaming. Whatever he saw in that cellar, he left that house. He left his wife. It wasn't, because she wouldn't move. She was saying, I am not being chased out of my home. But he left. He could not be in there. He never spoke about what he'd seen in that coal shed. So, it's something very malevolent. Hi, Green Eyes. Happy Christmas. How's your little holiday, Christmas holiday been with the husband? And as you can see, Porky has now come up with a new insult that Lady Witch wants to use forever: war thought. I think we're the war thought channel. Honey, are you well? Happy belated Christmas. Yeah, see, everybody loves a bit of Green Eyes. That's it, Lady Witch. Yes, the black. You see, again, the Black Monkhouse. That's something really recent. I'm really sorry about this, but when I just said that, the Black Monkhouse, did any of you in England, the minute I said that, think of Bob Monkhouse, or is it just me? Oh, you've not buried him under the patio yet? Okie dokie. Hey, we should do it, Wickham. We should wait till Green Eyes is over here visiting her mum and do it then. Get her into it as well. Oh, did you, Janet? But again, it was never called the Black Monk House, was it? That's a recent addition as well. This bloody monk walking through flaming walls. I love cold, dark, creepy places. Well, do you know what I never forget? And I know they have a lot of flack on Most Haunted, but they were doing the intro piece to camera, and they caught this on camera. Something flew across from out of a wall. There wasn't a door, window, there was nobody there. Something flew straight across in front of the camera lens and hit the opposite wall. And it was a marble, and it had come out of the solid wall. But they called an end to that investigation later on, because appeared in the sofa a carving knife, but it looked like, because it was standing upright in the sofa, with the sharp bit of the knife in the sofa, as though someone had stabbed the sofa. You thought you recognised the address, wasn't sure why, now you know. Yeah, you loved him as a kid. But yeah, Carol the Caretaker Lady Witch, check her out. Fake as shit. She's drastic and tragic. Yeah. Well, do you know what, Janet? I think the knife was staged. I don't think the marble was, because, I mean, and I know that they had a bad rep for faking stuff, but I don't think that was the marble shooting across in front of Yvette Fielding. Yeah, that bit I believed. What did you think about when they did the Pendle witch houses? Did you see the one where she got possessed? I just wasn't, and she was crying and trying to write, and that to me, I mean, no offense to Yvette, I actually quite like Yvette Fielding. £75 a night. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Because there's a guy who Porklet watches called, what's he called, Porky? That Daz, is it Daz Games, whatever his name is? He's a big YouTuber, very popular, and he's just done 30 East Drive as well. Oh, he might not have seen you yet, Green Eyes. Porky, your Green Eyes is in. That's it, Daz Games or Daz Watches. He's just done a visit to 30 East Drive and filmed it. So, I think most channels who are involved in paranormal investigations or ghost hunting, they all go to 30 East Drive. It's kind of the go-to, isn't it? Because they know there's going to be that much activity. So yeah, just as you were saying that, I was telling you, your Green Eyes is in. Your Wingman's here, Porky. But yeah, there you go then, Wiccan. Hello, my dearest Green Eyes. Wasn't the same this year, waking up without you. Have you put your fags out for good now, I hear? Oh, yes, Green Eyes. Somebody let it slip in here that you were off the fags. Is this right? And well done if it is. This is cheeky bugger, and he wasn't the same this year, waking up without you. Oh, I don't know. Somebody said, were you still off the fags? We thought you were packing them in. I was thinking actually, I'm sure she would have said to me if you'd have packed the smoking in, you cut down but you're still puffing. That's fine. Porky plans on giving up his vape on New Year's Eve. Oh, is it you? All right, let's all blame Fern. Stop watching a lot of them, to be honest. Quit, for fuck's sake. It's like kissing an ashtray. Yeah, there's a lot of them are they're just too dodgy. Wickham. It's like I'll tell you who I do love watching though. He doesn't do well. He's done a couple of ghost hunts. Do you remember how I was putting you all onto Casper site? The guy called Ben, and he's really funny, and he usually does reaction videos, but he's done a couple of ghost hunting videos himself. They're actually really good. They are actually really good. So, you know, have a watch of them. If you haven't been watching him, Wiccan, give him a go, especially the Bodmin Jail one. And there's a bit with a fart in it, which will have you howling. We'll know when she's moving flagstones for an impromptu burial. I know we'd be like, Johnny boy, are you under there? I thought I could, Janet, but I can pick out usually the fake mediums, if you will, like that Carol. I knew straight away she was full of shit. Like Derek Akora. I know he had a massive following. There were, you know, it was just when he was talking, you know, when he'd do his talking and be talking to Sam, and then he'd start telling these, you know, the story of whoever it was he was pretending that he was in communication with. But I just used to be like, you're just so full of shit. Tell the truth, or say, I'm not actually picking anything up. I can speak from experience. 98 or 99% is fake, can be explained. It's that tiny 1% that I have to understand. Ah, okay. Yeah. So yeah, give Casper Sight a little follow if you can. I think he should do 30 East Drive. He did Bodmin Jail. They did a very impromptu one night at in some forest somewhere, and I can't remember where it was. I think that might have been in Cornwall. So yeah, so I think 30 East Drive is quite I can get us into Wicklow Jail if needed. Oh, you see, I think Wicken, I think we need to do. How much was Lep again? How much was it to do Lep Castle? And you have to have it like as a solo group, or can there be more than one group in? Sorry, just wait for this little answer. Because I know for a fact, I know he's not watched anything on it, but I know Porky would absolutely trip going to Lep Castle. I think I'm going to have to do some serious saving up. If I don't do anything else next year, though, I really want to go to Rovaniemi in Lapland. I just do. Anyway, little Porklet was all up for that one. I think it was when she saw that you could drive your own sled being pulled by a reindeer at top speed. Spike Island for the night in the old prison. Wow. How old's the prison, Wicken? Oh, Brill, thanks for that. Yeah, if you can find out, let me know. But yeah, that's not bad. At 30 East Drive for £75. Well, yeah, well, I can take you there because I know that place very, very well indeed, Porky. Which you may or may not know. I can never remember if I've told you these things. Did I tell you who went to St. Joseph's Seminary related to me? But if you book the castle, it's yours for 20. Oh, wow. So you get the Lep Castle for 24 hours, not just the night. You see, that's ideal, isn't it? Because you can get all your base readings done during like the daytime, and then it would be a man, yes, considering it was the priest training school. I shall tell you. I honestly thought I'd told you this before. It was, and nobody laugh, please. It was my father. My father was sent down to St. Joseph's. Yeah, well, he was at the time, but he was sent. It was one of the best religious training houses in the UK. There was that one, and then there was, I think it was St. Augustus Loyola seminary as well. Another one in the northwest. But anyway, yeah, my dad came down. He was sent down, and he went there to St. Joseph's, and this was how he met my mum, because the lads who were training to be priests were also then sent out to the local polytechnics, to learn a certain trades that the priest there couldn't teach them. And my mum was there, and that's where they clapped eyes on each other. I will stick my neck out now and say that now, instead of praying, he blasphemes at sheep. That's him. That's the one. Yes, that's him. So, and then because he met me mum, he then fucked off being a priest and went and joined the army. So, right, I'm going to say, what have I missed here? So the jail at Spike Island is over 400 years old. Oh, what do you think of that, Porky? Wicking's got all these flipping contacts. Check on Porky. Yeah, I don't. I was going to say, where is she? I don't know where she is. Miss lots. We'll have to go back and rewatch. To be honest, Green Eyes, you haven't. I just came on, just having a bit of a hello. How everybody doing? I wasn't intended to come on, but obviously now I'm here. So I didn't come on with any content planned. It was just to see how you all were, wish everybody happy Christmas, see what you all got for Crimbo, what you're doing for New Year. Oh, right, there's Wiccan has put the link up for Spike Island in Cork, in the Republic of Ireland. Yeah, we'll have to give Porky the option to see what he fancies doing. Right, I'm off, going to see if I can find this film. Like, oh, the day after tomorrow. Oh, let us know what you think about it, Fern. It is a cracker. Nice to see everybody. Been a long time. Well, hopefully, if I don't see you before New Year, have a lovely time. And I'll see you next year. I love saying that. See you nearly as much as I love saying to people, see you next Tuesday. But I'll see you next year. Yeah, Green Eyes, it's a cracking film, isn't it? And the other one, which you may or may not have seen, because we've been talking about films, is Wild Mountain Thyme. Because Wiccan's dad is in that. Yes. So that's one that I was going to watch maybe tomorrow with Porklet. She was here as well. You've missed her. But I was telling a dirty story about what happened on Christmas Eve, so we made her leave, and she hasn't been back since. Get the tissues ready. It's a sad, yeah, it is. I'm just glad that they finally let the dog into the library. That was my main thing. Cooper, don't bark. We nearly had a barky dog then. Lie down. Good boy. So yeah, so there's a lot of options there, isn't there? You've got East Drive, Spike Island, Lep Castle. What was the other one that you said? Oh, and he wants to go to St Joseph up Holland. But that one's easy enough. That's not far from where I used to live, to be fair. Well, before here. Love disaster films. Watch The Old Volcano the other. Oh, right. Hello. Ooh. No, I'm okay, thank you. I have half a cup. Love disaster films. Watch. He's got a very fetching pair of pajamas on here, Green Eyes. They are. He's modelling.
Daddy Pig.
Daddy Pig. And a sweatshirt and a Lonsdale sweatshirt. It's a good look.
And that cod piece.
And a cod piece. She wants the camera on. Oh God, she's forgot the camera on. Oh my God. Don't keep a step. Hang on, I don't know if you're on there yet. Oh yeah. Hang on. I missed you. Oh gosh. There you go, everybody. You saw him. Lady Witch says stunning. Green Eyes loves it. So look, that's gonna. You what? Sorry. You all, as you heard, you all have to form an orderly queue. He had to wear those. Porklet got him those for Christmas. So, oh, Green Eyes watch Jimmy Jummies like that. Oh, your other one's there on the side.
Okay.
He was after him.
Oh, chocolate pretzel.
Oh no, thank you.
Have a chocolate pretzel.
I don't think I like them.
You've got a couple of days to eat whatever you can eat.
What, till I go back to nice and slim and fanciable?
Yeah.
Oh, these are shit. Right, it's just given me a chocolate pretzel. What the fuck? That's not nice.
Inclusion in the name is fucking chocolate pretzel. That's what it's called, a chocolate pretzel.
Oh, there we go. Oh, Charleville Castle. Oh, yes.
Jimmy Jimmies. Green Eyes wants for Jimmy Jimmies.
Mm.
Come over, I'll fit you in.
He's a cheeky shite. Anyway, we might not need to go anywhere else because it always walked away. I'm just going to put this nasty shit pressed pretzel thing in the bin. That's fucking horrible, that. For the last 2 nights, his daughter has been hearing something in the loft. Sounded like something is being dragged across the floor.
So when was somebody going to tell me this?
He shouldn't have told me before. Well, I've been doing my live. So, yeah. So I think we might be possibly end up doing a live from here. So bear with me 1 second, guys and gals. She said she's been going very lightheaded as well. and then hearing this, and she said it literally.
Did you just do an impression of Whiteheaded?
Yeah. But
Don't let the door hit you on the arse on the way out.
no, it's don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Wiccan says it could be animals nesting this time of year, mice and rats. Well, yes. However, this other thing has happened. Now, I've heard it twice. She said she heard it again last night. We left her downstairs because she was kind of chatting. I think she had a FaceTime party with some of her friends. I've heard it happen a few times. I actually heard it this morning when these two were still in bed. The dog was in the lounge with me. It sounded like, you know, when you've got your tumble dryer on and you've got something in there with a zip, and as it does one revolution, you hear the zip will knock against like the barrel of the tumble dryer or the glass. So you get that kind of metallic clink. Yeah, that happened. I didn't have the tumble dryer on. That happened this morning 4 times in a row. It was like a clink, clink. Because I got up thinking, have I? Somebody put the tumble dryer on and it wasn't there. So a bit odd. Then we have, don't forget, do you remember the last live I did? He came down and said, had I just been outside his room because he was in his office? Had I just been outside his office door shouting his name when I was down here talking to you guys? And a few days before that, he had, we had the issue with his e-cig. Yeah, we've got no, that's the thing though, Kathy, we don't have any traps. So the thing with the e-cig was he was looking for it everywhere, couldn't find it, couldn't find his the vape juice, and he was getting in a bit of a flat, you know, where is it? And downstairs, upstairs, looked in the bathroom, looked in his office, looked in our bedroom, and we were both standing in our bedroom at the time, and we haven't, but I have got some talc, Wiccan. Oh, do you mean put it down over the floor and then see if there's any footprints in it? That's a good idea. So obviously we were looking for this big, and his e-cig is a big chunky clunky thing, not a little tiny delicate thing like the one I've got. So it's quite hard to misplace. And I said, oh, I'll go down and have a look and see if I can find it, because he'd looked in the kitchen and come back upstairs. Now sometimes he puts it on the mantelpiece over the fire in the lounge. So I said, I'll go down and have a look. And I'd just got to the bottom of the stairs and he shouts down, he went, oi. I said, what? He said, are you trying to mess with my fucking head? And I went, and I really didn't have a clue. And I was looking to say, what are you on about? He went, get up here a minute. So I went back upstairs. It went and like memoed me into the bedroom. And hi, Dolly, happy Christmas. And when I got into the bedroom and he pointed at the bed, he went, the fuck? Like that. And on the middle of the bed, that we'd both just been in that room, don't forget, there is lying his e-cig and the 2 bottles of vape juice. So that is a bit. You just missed Porky's fashion show, Dolly Mixture. But if you go back a couple of minutes, you should catch it if you really want to. Yeah, so I think we've definitely gotten there's something here. I think I'm convinced it's something that's come with me. I totally am. Having said that, look at the age of Porklet now, though, and it's that golden age, isn't it? That age of 13. You know, sometimes things start manifesting at particular points in people's lives, and yeah, so I think we're probably, and especially she's hearing these things upstairs. So she's hearing that. She's hearing these things in the kitchen, the same as I am. I've not heard things upstairs, not in the loft. However, I did think there was someone out on the landing last week, only there wasn't. She was in bed. Porky was in his office. Was there any building work done on, in, or around the house? Nope. Wiccan, no. The only thing that's been done is we had the carpets cleaned, but these noises, the noises out of the kitchen were already going on before, and she had heard once or twice noises out the loft or on the landing when nobody was there. So the only other thing, actually, no, the only other thing we've had done, we had the windows replaced at the back. We had the kitchen window and the bathroom window because they had the original Victorian leaded glass in them, and we were going to have the windows replaced. And I was saying, oh, you know, we need to keep, you know, they can put these leaded units into a double glazed unit. We can save them. You know, this is the original glass. Never going to get that back again. So we had them taken out and, you know, put into these double glazed units and then refitted. So that is the only thing we've had done. My half sleeping tablet kept disappearing from my bedside table a few weeks ago, either a sleepy spirit or a sleepy mouse. Yeah, we'll put we'll get some talc down tomorrow because he just said then he's going to go up in the loft. But I definitely think he needs to go up there with his you know, because he's got all the equipment now. He's even got the trail cams. Maybe he could do with setting a trail camera up there because they do night vision. Maybe they were stopping you taking it for a reason, Green Eyes. Just saying. But yeah, I think maybe if he sets one of those trail cameras up in the loft, you know, put it on night vision and like Wiccan's saying, sprinkle some talc on the floor. And then hopefully we can see what's going on, see if you can find anything. But I mean, a one downstairs where put yes, yeah, in the kitchen. That would be quite interesting. He's upstairs now, actually talking to her, asking her where she's seen stuff. But the thing is, we've been up there. You know yourself when you go into a loft, you know when there's any kind of animals present. You know when there's kind of when there's pigeons or when there's rats or mice. Oh, hang on! Stop! There's no sound. Yeah, there's no smell. There's nothing disturbed. There's nothing chewed up. There's no poo. There's nothing. So I mean, you know, we've got a lot of stuff up there, but you know yourself, there's no sign of any animals up there. So yeah, we shall see. But yeah, he sounds like he's going up there now. So I don't know what he's setting up, but so right, well, I am now down to 4% on my battery. So, and I know that because StreamYard absolutely annihilates your phone battery. No, again, that's something we're kind of ruling out. But he's really good at this. He will work stuff out and eliminate everything. He'll go through everything very logically. Not like me. Everything's a werewolf when I look at something. But no, he's not. So what I'm going to have to do, guys, I'm really sorry, Dolly, because you've only just come in, but I am leaving this up. So if you want to listen back over it and you want to see Porky modelling his pajamas, But I'm going to have to close this one off now before my phone dies. So thank you all very much for coming. It's been lovely to see everybody. I'm sorry I've been absent for so long, but, you know, I've just not been up to it. I've not been very well at all. But back on Zamend. So I will try and get on before New Year. If I don't, I will do one straight after, maybe even on New Year's Day. But I will definitely speak to you all. And those of you who have got I've got your phone numbers, I will send you messages if I don't get online. So look after yourselves, everybody. I hope those of you who have been poorly are on the mend really soon. And yeah, love to you all. I'll keep you all I will do Green Eyes. I will, sweetheart. I'll let you know. And I'll let you all know if Porky manages to find anything, although I'm presuming he will put it on his own channel, which I think you're all sub to anyway, so you'll hear it from one of us first. All right, everybody, take care. And as always, see you all on the bright side.